Imam Hussain sacrificed everything that he had, his sons, his friends, his family, himself, all for the religion of God. And that teaches us today that no matter how much you love something, you can always take it back to the grandson of the Prophet, Imam Hussain, and say that, you know, if he could do it, he's human, why can't I do it?
And his tragedy is relevant today. It's happening all over the world, and I think history repeats itself for a reason. And we know that we should always be on the right side of history and stand against injustice and be with the truth and always say the truth.
I've never seen or heard of any other religious figure or political figure that went through that in history. Imam Hussain, he stands for the common man, for the low-income man or whatever that is pushed down all the time and is told, you can't do this, you can't do that. And for me, personally, whenever I'm in school and I have a hard issue, whatever, I always remember Hussain and how much he sacrificed. And when I'm in sports and maybe my team is losing or something like that, I remember saying any form of oppression is done against me, I always remember Hussain. I remember Hussain because it can get any worse than that.
Even though they didn't win necessarily, but their message ended up staying, and that's what really matters. So in the end, they did end up winning, and their message is what teaches us to be strong. And even if it's not obvious that we won something, it's the perseverance and the message that carries is what makes us the actual winners in the Akhirah.
Older man, as they get a little older, you see him weak and fragile. Imam Hussain at the Battle of Karbala was 57 years old. A lot of us have our fathers at that age. Can you imagine your father fighting 30,000 people at 57 years old? Imam Hussain was treated for 320 wounds, all on the front of his body at Karbala. What does that mean? That means Imam Hussain didn't run from anybody. Imam Hussain had two options: to bow down and live, or to fight and never face humility. And Imam Hussain said, "Hayhatu min Abdullah."
Imam Hussain inspires me through the sacrifice he made and humility, and also the courage and strength that he showed throughout the 10 days of Karbala and also throughout his life. And I believe brotherhood is also very important during his life. And during those 10 days especially, you had to be strong, and I believe he showed such strength knowing what he was going to be doing and how it would end up.